story is life and death. My stepfather was murdered because he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I was very sad when I found out he was murdered. I was upset because he taught me a lot and made me and my family happy. I was sad for a few months, but then I was talking to my priest and he said everything happened for a reason. And you just have to have faith. My family would come over every day to check on me, my mom, and my brother because we were sad because he used to live with us. And I could visualize him in my room saying, "What up, Jay?" Every day he would wake up with a good spirit and he would wake up and take me and my brother to school almost every day because it was winter and it was freezing cold outside. The night he was murdered, I heard a knock on the door. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was his niece, and she came and said, "Where your mom?" And I said, "I don't know." Then I called mom, and she said she was at the hospital because my stepfather had been killed, and it was his. That's what his niece came to tell me, my brother. But I didn't give her a chance to say what she had to say. My heart was pounding hard when the first tear came dripping down my face, and I started thinking of memories we had. And every time his favorite song comes on, I think of him. I remember the time when me, my mom, and my brother were watching movies together. We were laughing and smiling. The night he died, I was afraid to sleep in my room because I could picture him in there to see what I was doing. But when I started praying with my mom and the pastor, I began to finally get a mood of peace. In a situation like this, you need family and you will always have to have faith. But I realize he's in a better place. He's not suffering anymore. He's with God. His kids remind me of him because they look just like him and they make me happy. I like taking them places because I know we're safe because he's watching over us and to make sure he wants me. I'm sure he would want me and my brother to interact and spend time with them. I don't understand how someone could take someone's life and still be able to live with them their self. Because how could you kill a completely innocent person? I could remember his distinctive voice and his sense of humor. It was hard to get over his death because I saw him every day. And the next day he's dead. That goes to show you that life is too short. My stepfather was a family person. He would do his best to make sure everything was going all right. I remember the time me, my mom, and his mom and him went to the Outback, and we went to eat. But he was telling jokes and laughing hysterically. He was a loving and caring person, and I miss the time we shared. He's still with us spiritually. You will always need family through it all, no matter what the situation. But I thank my family for being there for me, my mom and my brother, because you never know when they might need you someday. I also remember my stepfather's by his red Cadillac truck and his big rims. And every time I see someone with a truck like his, I think back of the time I rode in the car with him. I know you are not supposed to question God, but out of all these people, why him? But but I guess God called him home because eventually everyone's going to die. But I was wondering why so soon. He was only in his 30s. There were a lot of things that I wish I could have did with him, like help him wash his car and go to the movies and etc. And he knew a lot about cars, so I would have liked him to teach me about them and also teach me how to drive. When I was at his funeral, I saw him in the casket and bust out in tears, and my stomach was tingling. It was just sad to not be able to see him spend time with him. But the pastor at the funeral said, "This is a celebration to call BJ home." When I went to the graveyard and saw him being brought down on the ground, I wouldn't let go of the casket until they let it down to let him know I still love him even though he's not here with us. He's with God. However, this has taught me to always spend time with your family because you never know where their time will come. Now when I think of myself as I smile and look back, then I cry myself to sleep. I miss the memories we shared.